Good evening. I'm Haley Wilgus. Scott is off this evening. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, a deadly accident on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge that tied up traffic for nearly 4 hours. State troopers say a woman was going the wrong way on the bridge early this morning when she hit a truck head on. That woman was killed while the other driver is now seriously injured. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter has details on the investigation.
The southbound lane of the Skyway Bridge was closed for nearly 4 hours Friday, causing hundreds of cars backed up at the southbound Skyway toll while troopers removed the two totaled vehicles. Florida Highway Patrol says the victim who caused the crash, 29-year-old Chantel Chase, was dead on the scene, while the injured victim, 55-year-old John Allen Mitchell, was taken to Blake Medical Center with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
We want to know if they were impaired. We want to know if they had a medical issue or if perhaps they just became confused. As you know, it is difficult to actually go the wrong way on the Skyway, so we want to come to the conclusion that this is why it happened, and we want to make sure that we can prevent it from ever happening again.
Trooper Watson says Chase was driving a 2005 Ford Focus and collided nearly head-on with Mitchell's 2000 GMC pickup truck near the 8-mile marker heading northbound. He says he's unsure how Chase ended up on the other side of the bridge, but a full investigation is underway.
We're doing everything we can to prevent these. We're also working with the Department of Transportation to make sure it's even more difficult to travel the wrong way. And of course, we're putting up as much signage as possible so people do not make this deadly error.
Watson says a toxicology report will also be completed. However, Chase was previously arrested for a DUI charge. They're asking anyone with information on her whereabouts before the crash to please come forward, as well as anyone who may have witnessed the accident. The DOT does have cameras on the bridge, and Watson says they'll look into those videos to see how the crash played out. In Pinellas County, Jacqueline Matter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And now taking a look at how traffic on the Suncoast is moving right now. As you can see, traffic is moving smoothly on the Skyway Bridge in both directions. It is all green, but I-75 is moving a little more slowly in the southbound lanes. Gusty winds and dry brush helped fuel a fire in Venice this afternoon. A fire broke out on Rattlesnake Island, which is off of Tarpon Center Drive, around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Smoke from the island could be seen for miles. A nearby business, the Crow's Nest Restaurant, reported this fire around 1 o'clock. A Venice Fire Rescue boat and Venice PD Marine Patrol boat responded. High winds forced the fire to spread toward the middle of the island, and with dry undergrowth and pine needles, that provided some fuel for the fire. The fire burned about 2 acres. Firefighters were able to get it under control in about 40 minutes. They're still monitoring some hot spots. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Just yesterday, firefighters in Northport were called to 2 separate brush fires, both off of Inkwood Drive. The fires were unrelated, but both burned several acres. The National Weather Service has issued red flag warnings for west central and southwestern Florida. Because we have such little rainfall over the past 3 months, and now we have that dry air and some gusting winds, there is a high risk of wildfires at this point. Providing assistance to victims of the deadly fires in eastern Tennessee was one of the many disasters the American Red Cross Southwest Florida region responded to this year. The organization also helped flood victims in Louisiana. Our chapter of the Red Cross responded to more disasters this year than in previous years. Overall, 436 volunteers were deployed, not only for national disasters, but local ones as well.
Well, we respond to single-family fires on a regular basis, and that's really what we do most here, aside from planning and preparedness and educating the community.
These Red Cross volunteers respond to the fires on average about 2 to 4 times a week. And for more on this fire danger and our drier, cooler weather, let's head over to John.
Yeah, the good news is I think we're going to see a wind shift, and that's going to return moisture to the forecast and help things out quite a bit in terms of our fire danger over the next several days. But it's certainly going to be a cold night tonight, no doubt about that. Bundle up, make sure the heat is working, and especially in inland areas, we're going to see temperatures that will probably fall off into the upper 30s in inland areas. And there's some freeze warnings up for North Florida, just to show you how cold it's going to get. It looks like a cold sky, actually. Those high-level clouds coming in and the sun kind of reflecting off of it from the Van Wezel webcam. No rainfall under any of those clouds, but very chilly temperatures. 60 Mayaca, Lakewood Ranch, 58 Sarasota, 62 in Venice. The daytime high temperature It hasn't officially come in yet, but it will probably be recorded as 65 degrees, which was our midnight temperature. Temperatures have not risen all that much during the day, only into the low 60s. We're at 51 for evening temperatures, I think, and then by the midnight hour, we'll certainly have dropped lower than that into the low 50s, upper 40s. And I think we'll probably bottom it out tonight in downtown Sarasota in the 40s. So a cold night indeed. The good news is a warm-up starts tomorrow, and for the pineapple drop and other festivities, it looks like things will shape up much warmer. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few. Haley?
Thank you, John. James E.C. Perry is wrapping up his last day serving as a Florida Supreme Court justice. Perry is stepping down because he has reached the mandatory retirement age for justices, which is 72. Perry was appointed by then-Governor Charlie Crist to the court in 2009. He was the fourth black justice appointed. During his tenure, Perry was part of a group of justices who issued rulings that angered the Republican-controlled Florida legislature and Governor Rick Scott. Earlier this month, Governor Scott appointed Charles Allen Lawson, the chief judge of the 5th District Court of Appeals, to replace Perry. Memorial services will be held next Thursday for a former Sarasota County Commissioner. David Mills passed away last week at the age of 78. Born in Nebraska, Mills moved to Sarasota in 1983, where he served as county commissioner for 16 years. According to his family, Mills died peacefully. Services will be held at the First Presbyterian Church. A diver is recovering in the hospital after being stung by a venomous lionfish off of Florida's Atlantic coast. Boca Raton Fire Rescue says a man in his 50s was diving in about 100 feet of water off the Boca Inlet when a lionfish stung him yesterday. Authorities say he came up too quickly. 20 feet from the surface, the diver felt tingling in his upper body and numbness.
And he was having trouble holding still. And then the ambulance came and they worked on him, and then they put him in the ambulance. Hopefully he's doing well.
The diver was brought dockside and then flown to St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach because it is the only hospital in the area with a hyperbaric chamber that is used especially to treat injured divers. He is now in stable condition. And lionfish have also invaded waters here on the Sun Coast. Many divers are hunting the invasive species that pose a threat to Florida's ecosystem. But as proved by the incident in Boca Raton, lionfish can be dangerous. ABC 7's Rick Adams is joining us now live with more on this. Rick?
Yeah, Haley, lionfish have certainly invaded the waters here, and it's certainly a problem here, and it's not going away anytime soon.
There are millions upon millions of them.
That's how many lionfish are in the waters worldwide, according to Dr. Noam Joseph with Moat Marine Lab. A lot of them are right here in our waters, and they are causing some big problems.
They're not very picky, so they're eating many organisms from various taxa, and they're causing a great deal of damage to our reefs and our natural habitats underwater.
Joseph Kirshner is a worker at Scuba Quest and an avid scuba diver who hunts for lionfish frequently. He says although a sting from a lionfish is not known to be fatal, it is very painful.
I've heard stories of one guy, he said if he had a hatchet, he would rather chop off his hand than have to bear the pain of a lionfish.
Lionfish live in water that can be several hundred feet deep to just a foot deep, so anyone in the water should always use caution.
They're really slow moving, there's a lot of them out there. They're really pretty fish.
They may be pretty, but there is tireless work being done to remove as many of them from the waters. A recent fishing derby here on the Sun Coast had led to the removal of hundreds of these invasive predators.
Here at Moat, we're investing time and effort in understanding these animals, just to understand how can we prevent or control that in the future.
And if you do get stung by a lionfish, the best thing you could do is put hot water on that sting immediately. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. And still to come on your Suncoast News, alarming news on how smoking during pregnancy can hurt the baby, the long-term damage it could do to the child's kidneys. And ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, ringing in 2017, a rundown of all the celebrations planned on the Sun Coast for Saturday night. That is straight ahead.
on your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The city of Sarasota is getting ready for one of its biggest parties of the year. The annual New Year's Eve Pineapple Drop celebration will take place once again at Lemon Avenue and Main Street. The fun will kick off tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. with a family carnival. And then at midnight, the pineapple will drop to ring in 2017. The event is free and open to the public. Sarasota police are asking those who come out to leave their backpacks, coolers, and alcohol at home. Also in downtown Sarasota, Marina Jack will hold its 6th annual Fireworks on the Bay celebration. The restaurant opens at 11:15 a.m., so if you want to get an early start, go right ahead. And then the fireworks show is at midnight. In Bradenton, a New Year's Eve street party will start around 5 p.m. on Old Main Street between Manatee and 3rd Avenues. Plenty of vendors, live music throughout the night, and the event is also free. And then on Venice Beach, Sharky's on the Pier will be hosting a special party starting at 8 o'clock with live music and a fireworks show at midnight. Plenty to do, no excuses. It's on a weekend.
Right. Yes.
So go out and celebrate safely. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
And then you have some friends who may be skydiving on New Year's Day to ring in.
I do, actually.
That's pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting. Not for me, but pretty exciting.
For some people who want to take that chance.
Quite a thrill. Yes, indeed. That'll certainly wake you up for the new year, I would think.
It will.
You know what? New Year's celebration, too, doesn't look too terribly bad. I mean, it won't be balmy.
Right.
But it's not going to be cold either, I don't think, by most people's standards. I mean, we'll probably have temperatures that'll be comfortable enough. About where they are, a little warmer than they are right now. Okay. So, you know, that's not bad compared to where we'll be tonight. Yeah. Which is cold.
You would not want to be in one of slinky New Year's Eve dresses.
Can I borrow your Uggs?
I have my Uggs on. I get like one day out of the year I can wear Uggs, and this is it.
I may need them. I'll tell you what, take a look at the current air temperatures at 58 degrees already. It won't be too long before we drop into the 40s, probably by midnight. We're looking at a Skyway. Wind that's still kind of breezy out there, so that puts a little bit of an edge, I think, on that air temperature. Temperatures across the state are pretty cool, actually. North Florida seeing 52, 54, 53, 52, in that range. We're not much off that at 58 in Tampa, 55 in Orlando. Then you get back into the 60s as you head into South Florida, where the moisture is still a little thicker. We've got 60 in Mayaca, 58 in Arcadia, Wauchula, 59, Parrish, 58 in Bradenton, Sarasota's at 58, and 61 degrees in Venice. But look at these dew point values. That's how much moisture is in the air. You rarely see this in Florida. 15-degree dew point. That's as dry as it gets in Florida. 23 degrees in Orlando, 25 in Jacksonville, 20 in Tallahassee, but a little bit warmer down to the south. And that's kind of key to the forecast over the next several days, is getting some of that moisture to return. Winds are still out of the north and still a little on the breezy side, coming in around 10 miles an hour. 8 to 10 miles an hour, a little above in some locations. The thing is, if those winds stay up, that might help us stay a little warmer, plus the cloud cover out there. If it stays a little thicker, that might keep us a little warmer than I'm forecasting. But I do think some of that cloud cover will erode away and we'll be left with partly cloudy overnight skies. There's freeze warnings up for parts of North Florida where temperatures will fall to freezing for at least 3 or 4 hours in North Florida. So some chilly temperatures there. We only have these high surf advisories and rip current advisories, and those will be coming down here pretty soon, I think. Temperatures tonight, 44 degrees in Placido, Rotunda coming in at 45, Northport at 40. We'll even have some 30s on the map, 37 degrees in Mayaca City, I bet you, 44 in Inglewood and in Venice, 43 in Sarasota, 42 in Bradenton, and 39 degrees in Parrish. So some chilly temperatures coming your way tonight. Good news is this high pressure ridge is going to move out into the Atlantic, and our northerly winds are going to turn around to the southeast. That's going to lift a warm front up through our region and take our cold air and replace it. So this cold snap's about 24 hours long. Even tomorrow, our temperatures are going to moderate significantly. We'll have temperatures by tomorrow that'll be in about 10 degrees warm. Well, not quite 10 degrees, 8 degrees warmer than we saw today. And I think tomorrow night, our nighttime temperatures for, say, the Pineapple Drop or other outdoor festivities will probably be in the mid-60s, in that range. Not too terribly bad, and the winds will be calmer, so it should be pretty pleasant out there. The front lifts north as a warm front, and we have a cold night tonight, but that warm-up carries us right through the weekend, and I think that by Sunday, we'll probably hit the 80-degree mark again, well above average. Nice New Year's Eve, I think, even if the temperatures are maybe not as warm as some people will like. A sweater will fix that. And besides, with the crowds and everything, if you're going to be outdoors, shouldn't be a problem, really. Temperatures are very cold right now in parts of the Northeast, and for the ball drop tomorrow in New York City, it's going to be chilly indeed. But look at this bubble of warm air already starting to build in the plains. You've got a 20-degree above average temperature currently, and some of that warmth is headed in our direction. So the forecast looks like this. Clear tonight. I mean, no rainfall anyway. It should be a pretty pleasant evening, I think. Boaters, northeast wind at about 15 should kind of calm down a little bit by tonight. Or tomorrow night, rather. And then as we look at the forecast ahead, slight chances of rain next week, nothing really big, and temperatures back to above average by the time we hit Sunday. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, John. In health news tonight, children of women who smoked while pregnant may be 24% more likely to have kidney damage. Smoking during pregnancy has long been linked to preterm and underweight babies and a wide range of birth defects. Some of the harmful chemicals in cigarettes can pass the placenta, and researchers say some of those may affect fetal programming of the kidney during pregnancy. The study was conducted by Kyoto University in Japan. A common weight loss surgery may lead to long-term gastrointestinal problems and food intolerance. Researchers examined data on about 250 extremely obese patients who had what's known as laparoscopic gastric bypass. It reduces the stomach to the size of about an egg. 2 years after surgery, these patients had lost about 31% of their total body weight on average. But compared to the group that didn't have the procedure, the gastric bypass patients were far more likely to experience indigestion and inability to tolerate multiple foods, although many of those foods were the ones that patients were told to avoid after surgery. The study was published in the British Journal of Surgery. Web-based therapy could be effective for treating insomnia, especially for people who don't have access to an in-person practitioner. That's according to a study in JAMA Psychiatry. The Sleep Healthy Using the Internet, or Shut-Eye program, was significantly more effective than a patient education program with respect to insomnia severity, delay until sleep onset, and time awake after sleep onset. 70% of shut-eye participants had seen at least some improvement by 1 year. Insomnia was no longer a problem for 57% of these shut-eye participants. Coming up, search teams on and over Lake Erie, what the U.S. Coast Guard is doing to find a plane that vanished with 6 people on board. Plus, the mannequin challenge just won't go away, but now it's been taken to new heights. How some astronauts are getting in on this trend. That's next.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter mile north of University Parkway.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
A family ski trip turns tragic when a mother dies after falling from a chairlift. The 40-year-old Texas woman and her 2 daughters, ages 9 and 12, fell 25 feet yesterday at Ski Granby Ranch, which is about a 2-hour drive northeast of Vail. The mother was pronounced dead soon after. The 9-year-old's injuries so severe she had to be airlifted to the hospital. Her sister was taken by ambulance.
It's a sad day in the ski business. This type of incident is extremely rare.
Over the past 4 decades, just 12 people have died from chairlift malfunctions. That lift is now closed as investigators work to figure out what went wrong. Meanwhile, the 12-year-old girl is out of the hospital. Her sister is still being treated. Now to the search for 6 people who are missing after their plane lost contact over Lake Erie last night. 3 adults and 3 children were on that plane. Officials say they had just come from a Cleveland Cavaliers game. The U.S. Coast Guard says the plane took off from Burke's Lakefront Airport in Cleveland at 11 o'clock. It dropped off of radar about 2 miles later over Lake Erie. Boats, planes, and helicopters are now being used in this search, but the Coast Guard says 12 to 15-foot waves on Lake Erie are making it quite difficult.
I'm always hopeful whenever we're still conducting a search out there. I truly believe that we're out there and we're going to find something.
At the time the plane went missing, it was snowing lightly and there were wind gusts of up to 36 miles per hour. A Mobile, Alabama TV station helped make a 3-year-old's dream come true. All little Woods McFarland wanted for Christmas was to dress like his favorite weatherman, Jason Smith. Woods' mom posted video of his ecstatic reaction to getting this suit and his weather forecast. How cute is he? This super cute video, of course, went viral. And then Woods got a big surprise. He got to go into the studios of WALA and met his hero. Woods even got a chance to try out his skills at the weather wall. The little boy charmed the entire studio, and his mom admits she did have her fingers crossed.
A little nervous because we never know what this one will say.
Well, little Woods got a goodie bag of a lot of treats before he left the TV station, and he's got to be the cutest weatherman in the country. Way to go, John. He's coming after your job. Well, people are now doing the mannequin challenge all over the planet and beyond. They're doing it in space. A European Space Agency astronaut from France tweeted this video of 5 members of the International Space Station posing in these mannequin-like positions. He wrote online, the crew usually has Sundays off, so they had fun with microgravity. He also wrote, quote, "The result is kind of sci-fi spooky, don't you think?" I would agree. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a big year for a Suncoast city, how Venice plans to mark its 90th anniversary. That's coming up.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Don Brennan.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. The average person spends more than half of their day sitting down.
And Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, a new study that shows certain risks for men who sit down too much. We'll have that. Josh?
And we'll have some rain relief coming our way, and we'll talk all about it on Monday morning.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair Tyndall, author of Mozart in the Jungle on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts. 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.